you all know us for being the Gen Zers, the young and the restless, the pretty ones, the iconic ones, the hot ones, your favorite ones, the parents' favorites. But there's something about my relationship with my grandparents and my relationship with people who are older. Some might call me an old soul, but there's this disconnect and I just can't quite put my finger on it. So we have a cute little quirky segment called Advice to an Elder. And what we do is we, or actually our producers, reach out to the elder community. And was that ageist? Cancel me. And so what they do is they
reach out to really old people.
They reach out to really old people, ask them what questions they have for their favorite Gen Z trio. Let's get into it.
Woo! I'm excited for viejos.
This is Rita. She's 52.
Hi,
from
Rita.
San Francisco. She says, "Hi, I'm a woman in my 50s and I have been single since moving to a new city. Between a pandemic and a new life, I haven't made dating a priority, but I'm thinking of doing that. What are words of encouragement or advice you have for me? And how would you feel about dating someone younger, like a decade younger?"
Rita, I'm so grateful that you asked this question. First of all, thank you for being vulnerable with us to talk about your dating life and that you haven't been dating. That's like important to acknowledge that you've been out of the game for a little. And so for that, I would recommend, first and foremost, take some cute photos of yourself. Get dolled up however you feel most confident, comfortable, sexy, gorgeous. Take some photos. And dare we say, get on the apps.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, so I have a mom in her 50s.
You have a mom? That's
End of
crazy.
story.
Yeah. I have a, well, some people don't.
It's
Sorry. Anyway, I have a mom in her 50s, and something that I always tell my mom is like, you need to like feel hot. Like, I feel like you need to take yourself on a date first. And like, if you're having trouble dating people, I feel like you need to like wife yourself up, like start doing self-care things, like lighting some candles and like playing some R&B and like, you know, being alone with yourself and journaling and like taking yourself to dinner and like really finding like your sexiness in yourself and like reinvigorating that part of yourself. Because I think that can be lost, especially if you're just coming out of a relationship or you're moving to a new place. Like, go to a bar and like sit there alone. Like, go to a like an expensive where should you go? Like the Ritz-Carlton.
No, go to the wharf. Go to the marina. Go get a drink after work.
Interesting.
No, I'm sorry. And also
San Francisco.
You're Josie and I are from the Bay Area. So like go out, go to these college don't go to these college bars. What am I saying? But like, girl, I also
go to
think,
Westwood and the marina.
Well, here's my thing. You're 52. You're still young. You know, get out there,
Thank
go
you,
out
yeah.
there. You're sexy, you're beautiful, as long as you feel it. I also would say get therapy, because I feel like you should be talking to someone through this, because this is like a very transitional point of your time since you have been single for a while, and dating is scary.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that in like a disrespectful way. We're all in therapy, or at least should be in therapy.
You're the only one of us that's in therapy.
Well, y'all both should
But
be
therapy
in
is
therapy.
amazing.
Yes,
I think everyone should be.
No, we want to be in therapy.
So
I mean that
anyways-
as in like we suck. Like we want to start.
Let's talk.
No, let's not.
Yazzie, we're proud of you. But I will say, going off of what Yaz said, the reality of it is, no matter what age you are, I think dating is scary. Like, I just turned 23 and it is difficult for me. I feel like I don't understand what's going on. Like, I feel kind of disoriented by dating sometimes. So I will say, like, give yourself grace, mama. And thank you for even asking. And the fact that you're even at a place to discuss it and like ask these crazy kooky girls on this random podcast
She had no idea who.
Yeah, nobody know who.
No.
Of course, but even pose the question, I think is special. So like, I would go off of what Yaz and Josie said and like take care of your heart and like your space and energy first, and do things that make you feel beautiful, and that will allow you in the space to meet new people and like put yourself out there, have fun. Like, what is there to lose?
I would recommend Bumble for you specifically. If I was a doctor and I was giving my doctor's order for a prescription, I'm going to recommend Bumble to start out, because you get to swipe.
Yeah. So like join the apps if you feel comfortable doing so, but also go to coffee shops, like put yourself in maybe new spaces, and be willing to meet people and stuff. But I think that that's amazing that you're in a new place and willing to date. And also, to answer your question, do we think it's cool, or what's our opinion about dating someone a decade younger? Baby, go for it.
Well, we can't.
What?
were 23, that would be 13 years
Not
old.
us. I'm talking
So-
about Rita. Yo, what the hell?
Second funniest thing I did today, Josie. She's not high-fiving
Oh,
me back.
hell nah.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Wait.
Espérate.
Okay, but
espérate.
I understand what you're saying. We could date someone 10 years older than us.
Hello. No, she asked a specific question. I'm not talking about ourselves because I'm not trying to go to jail and ew, that's nasty.
Yeah, we know.
Rita
That's
said,
what I'm saying. We can't.
Rita specifically, Rita asked how do you feel about dating
She's
someone
Latina now.
younger, like a decade younger. So I'm saying
Yes.
for her, that is
Says she
beautiful. If you feel like you have a genuine, sincere connection with this person and you want to explore a connection, baby girl, do that. We don't do social
Yes.
standards here. Do what feels natural and legal since y'all wanted to take it
Yeah,
there.
but also over 30, I would say, is a nice benchmark.
Oh my God.
Okay, next question. This is Maria, 64. She lives in Mill Valley. My
Okay.
daughters are in their 30s and 95% financially independent, but they still have access to my credit cards, which I allow in case of emergency. I want to be there for them and help them when they need it, but oh my God, it drives me crazy seeing charges that aren't mine. How do I get my daughters off my credit cards?
Maria,
Yo.
it's time to step up and literally cut those daughters off. I swear, rip those cards in half, throw them in a shredder, send them to a sewer. Your daughters are grown. They're
Yeah.
in their 30s. They should not even know how to find your money or your cash.
Yeah, it's-
you
how
are
are they
64
getting
years
that?
old. You worked your entire life for someone who's half your age to spend money at, I don't know, like Bloomingdale's and on Uber Eats and on Postmates. Like, you're pushing like almost 70. Like, spend that money on yourself. Buy yourself some lingerie. Buy yourself a vacation. Like,
Yeah, no,
your daughter should not be spending your money. That's insane.
They should be consulting and asking your permission before ever even thinking about doing
Yeah,
that.
because I was gonna say, hey, socioeconomically, people are at different places in life, but just like frivolous shit that they're spending your money on,
And
that
they're
is
in their
absolutely
30s.
not.
Unless you're like a
So-
billionaire, then I guess pop off.
Yeah, if,
but
like-
see, not even, because I think it's like it's a conversation about principle.
And respect.
Yeah, but
And
like if your
respect.
daddy's like Jeff Bezos, first of all, you shouldn't be having $1 million. But like, I'll take that money if it was.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, so Mama Maria, we love you, and I think it's beautiful that you wanted to help support your daughters for so long, but we got to cut the cord.
Yeah,
Because also,
unacceptable.
even if you have it, it's the principle
I
of
agree.
your money is your money, and they should be at a place and financially responsible enough. Like, I am literally almost 10 years younger, and out of principle, you know what I mean? I don't want my mother to help because she's made all these sacrifices for me to be at a place where I'm financially stable and making choices for myself. So Mama Maria, like Josie said, cut them cards up. Absolutely
Cut
not.
them cards up. And by the way, that's coming from I'm a reformed child spender. I'm a surviving child spender. I personally, I think one time when I was like 13 years old, I got an Uber to take my middle school friends and I to Vegas. So yeah, all that goes to say is that my parents, I did, when I started paying for everything, my relationship with them got better, but it also made me starting appreciating stuff a lot more. Like I was more grateful and I was more excited to actually like own stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like also teaching them a lesson.
That you
Like,
have to work
you
for
should be
your
responsible
stuff.
and you shouldn't be relying on your mother simply out of comfort. That is not fair. So Mama Maria, frankly, sit them down and transparently tell them this is not okay. I shouldn't see random expenses, especially because you're not articulating what's going on to me. And don't feel bad about cutting the cord. Take that agency back, and you've supported them long enough that that's not happening
and
anymore.
send them the bill, honestly. Send them
Period.
the
Yeah, be
bill.
like, hey, do you mind?
I hope you have like a plane's worth of frequent flyer miles if they're spending this on your credit card. I'm like, do you have it on automatic payment? How are you making your bill?
Please.
Yeah,
Is
it's not
this
happening no
affecting your
more.
credit?
It's not happening.
Okay, next question comes from Paul, who's 60 and he's in St. Louis.
Hi, Paul.
Should geezers ever dance?
I don't know.
If so, to what? And when?
Geezers.
Oh, that means like old people.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, it's old people.
Oh, when you said geezer, I like thought you like talking like this,
Well,
like a
a
geezer,
geezer.
back in London.
No, well, you
like,
said St. Louis, and I just didn't know if that was like a farmer's reference.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't know geezer was like a word that you
I
was
thought it
used
was
that
like
way.
literally from the United Kingdom.
Wait, so
okay?
should they dance? I mean, I guess so. I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
should be dancing to your last fucking breath, you guys. Dancing literally makes you happy. It creates endorphins in your body. Dance the night away, Paul.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say is dance the night away.
Yeah, short answer.
Dance. Like, you should be twerking. You should be bachataing. You should be doing everything. Everything under the sun.
What song should he be
Did you guys see
dancing
the old guy that went on to Jimmy Fallon and danced with Dua Lipa? Anyway, but that's all. Just dance.
Just dance. And songs.
We can make a playlist for the elders. What we can do that?
I think
Anything by the City Girls.
Period. We should make a playlist for the elders, but also like I want to implore you, Paul, to explore music that maybe you didn't listen to in your youthful years.
Lana Del Rey.
Get out. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
an apologist. I don't care.
Leave.
Right now.
Listen to JoJo.
Yeah,
JoJo's
we love
amazing,
JoJo.
and she's also engaged to our brother. So listen to JoJo.
Okay, so Ben65 from Indiana is asking, why do Gen Z workers change jobs, careers so often, and why do Gen Z workers feel so entitled?
I feel like I can answer this one because I've changed jobs. So
But wait,
many-
can I acknowledge the shade in his question?
Yeah, first and foremost, Ben, you're from Indiana.
Also,
That's it.
yeah,
Okay.
literally. Like if you're living
Mike
in
Pence
Indiana,
is from Indiana. Sorry.
Stop. We love all our elders, but I had to give a subtle nod to the shade in that question. He said, y'all don't know what y'all want. But Yazzie, what's your opinion? Because I have a strong opinion on this as well.
Just say I've changed jobs so often. I started.
That's like not true. You changed jobs
really
twice.
No, where did I start off?
Phil's.
Where did I go after? Assistant.
Assistant
Where
to a
did-
celebrity.
And then I was a personal assistant, but also worked at a PR firm. And now I'm just, live laughing and loving.
And that was within a year, and we're proud of you
And that was
for
within
it.
a year. But the reason why I feel like Gen Zers change so often is because we actually do care about our mental health more than I feel like other
Generations were allowed to.
I feel like it's because we're allowed to think more, and we put our happiness first more than just working a 9 to 5 in a cubicle. I think that's so much like my parents say that to me all the time. They're like, your generation, you guys feel so entitled. You guys get to just roam around and do what you want, pick up a job and then go to a next one. But that's because usually when you're at a job, I feel like you sell your soul to it. A lot of these corporate jobs.
Well, at least like that's what we're conditioned to
to think and to believe.
Like under the capitalistic structure, we are told, your job has to come first and you shouldn't be happy and that you should be okay. I was raised to think that, you know what I mean? Like we all come from immigrant households and I'm like first gen, like Papi's off the boat and I'm very proud of it. But something that I'm always talking about. So to answer his question in regards to like, why do we switch so much? I think it's because like we are striving not only to make money, and to achieve our goals, but to be happy, like Yaz is saying. And I say this all the time, like my parents weren't able to do so much because they were burdened with survival.
Yes.
Whereas I now have the space to explore self-fulfillment.
Right, Alycia.
And that was something that my parents and family members have never gotten.
Because they didn't have the opportunity
Yes,
to
exactly.
do.
So that comes with me wanting to change jobs and explore new things and be this multifaceted.
And that's a privilege to be able
That's a
to
privilege.
do so.
And to be this multi-hyphenate, that wants to be an actress and voice her opinions as an activist and dance and do all of these things. That's something that like generations before were told that they couldn't. So now we live in this new space and world that tells us go for what you want. And we are allowed the privilege to. So I think that's why people in our generation are changing jobs so much because we want to break the mold and
we'll
we
also
want to
never be
pursue more.
satisfied. They will never be satisfied.
So does that answer your question, Paul?
From Indiana.
On behalf of Paul, yes.
Thanks.
Okay, next question comes from Pam61 in Missouri. How could the Democrat/Biden improve their tactics and messaging? And, very importantly, are wide leg cropped pants acceptable for the over 60 crowd?
I just want to say that's so. Hi, Pam. I just want to say that is so interesting that was brought up towards Biden in messaging when for the last 4 years we had Trump and his messaging wasn't.
Well, I think something
great.
that would be helpful for our generation is that we are missing like what we feel like a backbone in our like in our leaders and like in our president and our people that are in charge in Congress and legislation, like people that say things but then do not back it up with action. And I think something that Republicans and conservatives do really well is they say crazy shit, but then they also do crazy shit. And that's promising for people who believe in crazy shit. I think that the Democratic Party in the past 3 years, just from my perspective, it seems like they've been with Biden trying to lead into more of like the middle of the road crowd to like appeal to more people. And I think they're realizing that doesn't work. But then also something like the Green New Deal and like working on legislation that is the complete opposite realm of things that is like lib all the way doesn't really work either. And I think that just has to do with the lack of authenticity and like in our office.
Yeah.
And like I think it's frustrating. I think we don't care if you're saying trans people are like accepted if you're not going to like actively work to include those beliefs in legislation. And we don't care if you're saying whatever, like it's incredible and amazing and such a wonderful thing that we have someone like KBJ on our Supreme Court. Like that is so amazing, but that's just one step. Like that is one big step. Absolutely. But that is one step, and that doesn't evade Joe Biden of all the stuff that he hasn't done for Black women and Black people. And so I just think having more of a backbone.
Absolutely. Josie, may I say, that was put so beautifully. Like that was what I was gonna say. I was like, I am so like viscerally frustrated with like the Democratic Party because I just feel like it lacks sincerity. That's the easiest way to put it. Like it's so disingenuous. Like stop giving us these like superficial, aesthetically pleasing diversity moments, but not actually.
You don't fucking mean it.
But not sitting on the floor and saying what you're supposed to, like, and letting shit like the Build Back Better plan, not that it was perfect, just like fall through the cracks. And like, I think that that's where that large disconnect between generations is like, we are so passionate and so frustrated with the world in which we are in. And then we feel like we're just simply being like pandered to. And it's like, oh, it's, we're doing this and we're doing that. And it's, yes, at the same time, there can be duality. We can acknowledge KBJ. That is so beautiful. That is a step in the right direction. But like, we're not doing enough. Like I can acknowledge, and all three of us can acknowledge, like we are standing on the amazing activists and ancestors and politicians that were doing the right things, right? But like, I feel like the Democratic Party, in my opinion, is so comfortable with being lukewarm. And okay with like pacifying issues rather than doing like creating tangible change. And that is my frustration. So I feel like to answer the specific question, how does the Democratic Party properly like market towards Gen Z is just be more sincere, be more real, and actually give us plans that seem more tangible rather than pacifying and rather than saying, well, we've done enough. You know what I mean? It's that whole idea of like, oh, well, Obama was like so problematic. We're like, oh, Obama was in office. Like, you're Black. Be happy that you're Black in America. Bitch, what the fuck?
And the second part of your question, absolutely not. If you're short, don't fucking
wear
them.
I was going to say yes.
No, if you're short, don't do it. It's going to make you look shorter and weirder. And if you're tall, I guess, pop off, whatever.
I love
Coming
a wide
from,
moment.
Like, the shortest person here, wear whatever the hell you want. Also,
I mean, I'm just trying to help her.
Damn.
Okay. Josie,
this became fashion
police. You don't
police.
wear wide leg pants. You do wear wide leg leggings, and they actually are cute.
Yeah, because my ass looks great in them. So I'm saying Pam's ass might look great in them.
Pam, wear a wide pant.
But also going back, I'm gonna just end this little question with the great Lin-Manuel Miranda's writing again of, if you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? And I think the Democrats need to take a hard listen to that.
I love that we will incorporate Hamilton into everything. Like it's a problem, but I'm proud.
No Republicans saw Hamilton. I know they probably did.
They did.
No, Mike Pence did. And everyone was like,
they did, and they were like,
right.
"Oh my God, Black and brown people so talented! Yay, history! Bye, bitches! Let me oppress you." That's
Fun
what
fact:
they did.
Lin-Manuel also wrote the Bring It On musical.
Period. I'm obsessed with that man. He's my dad.
We love him.
Okay,
Anyways,
so
next
last question.
He's actually on this episode.
Janet, who's 64 in LA, is asking the really pressing question. I was wondering just today how young people attach those giant eyelashes onto their eyes every day.
So today was difficult for me. That's so funny that you literally asked that question, because Alycia and I talk about this almost every
day
time we hang out, which is every day.
Every day. Hi, Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. I'm going to let you know how we do it. Some of us don't. I do not know how to put on lashes. I wish I would. If I could pay a fee and it would allow me to know how to put on lashes, I would pay that fee. But I fully am incompetent when it comes to putting on lashes, so I don't. So I am in just as wonder as you are. I'm such, like, I say it to Josie every day, and I'm like, how? Like,
no, mine are bad today.
No, she's not.
But usually they're good. And you know what's so funny? My housekeeper and I are going to a party Saturday night together.
Rosa.
And yeah,
I love her.
Shout out to Rosa. And she asked me, she's like in her 60s, she asked me if I could FaceTime her before when we're getting ready and teach her how to put them on.
Aww.
And I gave her a pair of her first fake lashes. So Rosa Rosa and I are gonna get lit in Malibu together, and she's gonna have her lashes did. I'm very excited about that.
I think that's incredible. For the people who don't wear lashes, I see you. I'm here for you, and I'm with you.
And it's okay.
And I don't because I was blessed.
Did she just use this as a flex?
Also blessed with a $75 like budget to buy a lash serum, which made your lashes grow.
Girl, you do the same damn thing.
I know I don't. Ask Alycia. Do I use lash serum?
Yes, you use Liaison.
No, ask Alycia. Do I use
girls
lash?
are fighting.
Alycia, before
Espérate.
bed, do I use lash serum? Have you ever seen me?
Yo, I'm not doing this with y'all.
Alycia, have you ever seen me?
Y'all not finna put me in the middle, no funny shit.
Yes,
Anyways,
she
back
does.
to
Why
Janet.
are you looking
Back
me
to
dead in
Janet.
the eye?
I don't. No, Al and Allie do.
Save it for later. Back to Janet. If you don't know how to put on lashes, that's okay. But we can learn together because I'm learning right now as the girls are fighting.
Anyway, so live, laugh, love, Janet. Peace, love, and joy.
Thank you to all the elders who went out of their way
Thank you
to
for being old, honestly.
Yeah, thank you for your service to this podcast. We're grateful for these questions. You like blew us away with them. I'm like balls to the walls, so happy. No, but thank you for asking these questions. This is one of my favorite segments because we kind of have that connect of the young and the old.
Durr.
Smash the subscribe button below to not miss a single thing of Dare We Say on YouTube.